everyone, it is day 17 of Vlogmas. So I've decided to take on some of J.D. Archer's author's answers, and his information will be linked down below, his blog and his channel, which you should totally check out. Now, some of these from what I'm reading on his blog are like maybe from last year, and I think he's got some from this year. I'm not doing all of them. I'm kind of taking the ones that sparked my interest or ones that I felt that I could answer. So, unfortunately, I know there's other people that have done these questions, but mine won't be in that order or whatever order they've done. It's just my own take on these. So, one of the questions, because I made a list here. So, one of the questions was, have you ever read a book, translated or not, that was in a foreign language, and basically what would you recommend? Or is there anything you would recommend? So, I've read a few manga, which is usually Japanese. I am a huge Sailor Moon fan. The manga is quite different in a lot of aspects from the anime, but it's still enjoyable. Of course, the anime has a lot of fillers and everything because, you know, the manga series only goes up to 12 books, and, you know, you gotta add more to keep a television show going. But Sailor Moon, it's a little bit more mature. I mean, not like totally like graphic, but it's a little bit more less edited, I would say. It has a little bit more adult stuff going on. Perhaps a little bit darker. I do hate, because I got Crystal, the new version, the new anime that they did, the reboot basically, and in the manga, the first story arc with Queen Beryl, basically Sailor Venus actually kills her with this dagger, sword, whatever you want to call it. No, actually I think it was a sword. I think it's a little bit longer. Yeah, it's like a sword. It's been a little while since I read it, but she's the one that did that. And with this new reboot, they basically kind of did the same thing that they did in the original anime, where they changed it to Sailor Moon killing her and everything, and I don't know. I'm really liking. I do enjoy both the new version and the old version, but I think you really should check out the manga if you are a Sailor Moon fan of the anime. Definitely give the manga a try. It's something a little bit different. I think it's shorter, but I think a better story, because it's not so Sailor Moon centered, you know, in those kind of aspects. And it's just different in everything. I've also read one called Chibi Vampire, or the Chibi or Chibi. I can never figure that one out. That one has a different kind of spin on the vampire tale. Basically, instead of having to suck blood or whatever, there's a young teenage vampire who has blood to give. Like, she sneezes and just blood. And the story's kind of cute. It's basically about her family and how they moved to Japan from Europe, and she's just trying to live her life as this teenage vampire. It's definitely better than Twilight. I'm trying to think of what else I've read. Yeah, I've read that. There was one called Rose and Maiden, which I read a few years ago. I might pick up back on that series. I'm not sure yet. The book was pretty decent, and it had some funny moments in it. But yeah, I'm trying to read a lot more manga. And like I said, definitely Sailor Moon, Chibi Vampire, Fairy Tail, which I have to get back to, which is kind of about wizards and stuff like that. That's a fun one. As for a novel, I have, well, not too long ago I read Battle Royale after reading The Hunger Games and hearing so much about it, and I totally recommend it, especially if you like that trilogy. This came out before it. It is an excellent story. I'm usually a first-person point of view reader. Like, I mean, I read third person. Like, I love Harry Potter and stuff, but I really like first person. Like The Hunger Games, The Fault in Our Stars, stuff like that. The Lovely Bones was actually in first person too. Because I just like really getting to the characters' heads. But the author, I believe his name might be pronounced Kushan Takami. I'm not totally sure, and I'm sorry if I butchered that, which I probably did. But I think he did an excellent job in, like, really getting into the characters. I mean, we couldn't spend a whole lot of time with them because it is about a group of 42 students being made to kill each other. But we did get background stories on them, you know, good and bad and everything. And I think he just did an excellent job portraying that in third person. We got to visit, you know, a lot of the different characters in this book and get their backstories and, you know, a little bit on their personalities and such. And I would totally recommend Battle Royale. Movie, I did enjoy it to some degree, but I think it really lacked on the dialogue and stuff that was, in my opinion, important besides just violence. So yeah, if I have to recommend anything that was originally in a foreign language at one point, Sailor Moon and Battle Royale would be at the top. So anyways, that is my video. After this, I'll probably think of more stuff that I've read or I've at least glanced at. That's usually how it goes. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.